In June 2025, a storm has erupted over the Middle East. What began as a targeted strike has exploded into a full-blown war. Israel, without any formal declaration, launched direct airstrikes on Iranian soil. Their target? Alleged nuclear facilities. But what they really struck was the heart of a sleeping giant. Within hours, Iranian cities were on fire. Tehran, Isfahan, and Qom hit hard. Iran's Revolutionary Guard confirmed the deaths of several senior officers. Over 650 Iranians killed. Civilians, military, innocents, and as the dust settled, Iran's response echoed like a roar. Hundreds of drones, dozens of ballistic missiles, fired straight into Tel Aviv and Haifa. Israeli Iron Dome activated, but not all could be stopped. Residential buildings collapsed, sirens wailed, panic spread. Israel reported over 240 injured, hospitals overwhelmed. The war had begun. This isn't just another border skirmish. This is war in the Middle East, again. But what makes it different is who's watching and who's choosing sides. In the West, support for Israel is loud. The United States quickly reaffirmed Israel's right to self-defense. President Biden called the Iranian response reckless and a threat to regional stability. Germany, France, Canada, and the UK echoed the sentiment. Gulf monarchies, while avoiding direct confrontation, condemned Israel's airstrikes, not out of love for Iran, but fear of what this war could unleash on their doorstep. Russia and China went further. Both openly condemned Israel and the US. Putin, in a call with Xi, warned that unprovoked strikes on sovereign nations would push the world closer to irreversible disaster. And what about Iran's allies? The Houthis in Yemen launched missiles toward Israel. Hezbollah, bruised from past wars, issued threats but hasn't yet engaged fully. Iraqi militias called for global Muslim unity but stopped short of joining. Even Iran's own people are split, some proud, others fearful. The real danger isn't just bombs, it's what these bombs are hitting. Israel claims it struck nuclear weapons sites in Iran. Iran says those were civilian energy reactors. The IAEA is on high alert. Fears grow that this conflict could trigger a nuclear domino effect, forcing countries like Saudi Arabia or even Turkey to reconsider their own arsenals. And all of this is crushing economies. Oil prices surged to $92 a barrel. If the conflict closes the Strait of Hormuz, expect global panic. Pakistan, heavily reliant on Gulf oil, could face massive fuel shortages. America, already battling inflation, may see another economic jolt. But behind the numbers are people. More than 2,000 injured in Iran. Entire neighborhoods turned to ash. In Israel, shelters are overflowing.
So what happens next?
Israel vows more strikes if Iran continues its missile attacks. Iran warns that Tel Aviv and Haifa will burn if their territory is hit again. And quietly, U.S. military bases in Iraq and Syria are bracing for possible Iranian retaliation. Some say America might get pulled into direct combat. Others believe it's already happening, behind the scenes. And in the shadows, another war is brewing, cyber war. Iran's state websites were taken down after Israeli cyber attacks. Israel's banking networks briefly crashed due to suspected Iranian malware. This isn't just bullets and bombs, it's digital, financial, global. But one question burns brighter than the rest. Will this end, or has it just begun? World leaders call for calm. The United Nations powerless. The OIC silent. The Arab League divided. And people in Pakistan, in America, in Iran, in Israel can only watch and hope. Because once two enemies with nothing to lose start fighting, It's not the soldiers who pay the price. It's the civilians. And in this war, there are no winners, only survivors. If you think this war can't touch you, think again. Oil prices, global security, the threat of nuclear escalation. This is no longer Iran versus Israel. This is the world holding its breath. Subscribe, Wealth and Wonders, for more such videos.